Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about the ASUS Republic of Gaming phone number 5 and how it's not the best gaming phone on the market right now. And you might be sitting there like, oh my gosh, it's not the best gaming phone. But it's a gaming phone. Well, yes, it is. And it has a lot of great things going for it. But unfortunately, there's a really big problem with this phone that holds it back from having the best gaming experience. And there are actually quite a few other phones that have a better gaming experience than this phone. And I'm going to talk about this and this problem that we have in this video. But before we get into all that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about the Republic of Gaming phone number 5. Alright, so you just got home, you bought the ASUS Republic of Gaming phone number 5, and you're like, alright, this is it. It has arrived. I've finally invested my money in this, and we're going all in on this phone. Well, you get it, you set up your games, you fire up PUBG, you fire up Call of Duty, you fire up the new League of Legends Wild Rift, and you're like, alright, sweet, time to get into these games. You go into the graphics settings because you want to max it out because you're like, man, I just spent all this money. I got this amazing gaming phone. It's for gaming. So it should have the best settings, right? Wrong. It does not. So when you get this phone, you're going to quickly realize when you go into quite a few games that it is not optimized. The software has not been optimized by the game developers for this phone to take advantage of a lot of the higher frame rates. You can still play them, you can still get the 60 frames per second in most games, but the problem therein, of course, lies with the programmers and the developers. And it's because it's not a very widely, distributed phone. It's not like the Samsungs, it's not like the iPhones, it's not like the OnePlus phones. ASUS is a big company. They are well known for gaming, and they're well known for gaming products. But unfortunately, when it comes to this phone, even though it has so many really cool gaming features, it will shut down all the notifications when you go into game mode. It allows you to connect to 2 different Wi-Fi networks. 2, not 1, but 2. You can also play it with 144 hertz refresh rate, which is really nice. You can't bump it up to 120 hertz at Quad HD Plus. You're still limited to 1080p. It's only got a 1080p resolution, but you got stereo speakers, you've got the air triggers on here, you've got all the different accessories that you can get for it, and still it doesn't provide as good of a gaming experience as some other phones, most notably the Samsungs, because those have the notoriety. Those have the developers bending over backwards to make sure that everything is optimized for them. So if you pick up an S21 Ultra, you can play this on Quad HD Plus at 120 hertz refresh rate, and you can also play 120 frames per second on several popular games, and you can't on here. Even 90 in some cases. You can get 90 on here, but not on here. So with most games, this comes down to 60 frames per second, which is great, but it's only at 1080p resolution, not at Quad HD Plus. So this guy right here is actually the best gaming phone out on the market right now, because not only do you have the power, they both have the Snapdragon 888 processor, they both have well over 8 gigs of RAM, they both have plenty of space, but when you put them side by side, this one right here is more optimized for gameplay. You're getting faster frame rates on this one in many AAA titles as opposed to the ASUS Republic of Gaming phone. And then also you get the resolution issues as well. So when you look at everything on paper, yeah, they look great. You can look at this, and of course the Republic of Gaming 5 phone starts off around the $700 price range, and this is going to cost you about $999. So there's a couple $100 price gap there. But when you look at the gaming experience, it really undercuts the reason why you would want to pick up a Republic of Gaming phone number 5, because it just doesn't compete on the same level as a Samsung. Now, maybe eventually they'll get around to it. This right now, we're talking the early part of April. Today's like April the 10th. So maybe as time goes on, they'll get optimized, and of course the phone will get cheaper. But as of right now, if you want to go out and get the best gaming experience possible, it's going to be on the Samsung phone, the S21s, because that's where it's going to be at. Of course, the S21 Ultra, so you can get the Quad HD Plus at 120 hertz refresh rate. Yes, this has 144 hertz refresh rate. It's nice, it's smooth, it's fun, it's got 1080p. It looks good, and then you start playing on this one and you're like, well, why would I buy this? I mean, yeah, it's cool. You get the little LED lights on the back and all that jazz, but you still get the stylus in here. And also, you have like accessories and stuff that you can get. I've been trying like to death to find a reputable accessory, like a decent case, a decent screen protector for the ROG phone. And there's like nothing out there that's even worth buying that I found. I did buy one that said it was for the ROG 5. It showed up and it was like an ROG 3 one that they put in an ROG 5 case and said that's what it was for. So I had to get a refund on that, and I'm carrying it around with no screen protector on it. And then I can't find a case that I want to waste my money on at all. It does come with this little shell case in the box, but this is very slippery. Like, I worry that I'm going to drop it all the time, whereas I don't worry at all with the cases that I have on my S21 Ultra. So that's just another thing there too. You're limited on accessories, you're limited on protection, and you can get like a warranty on this. You can get the Samsung Care, all those great things. So there are a lot of compelling reasons if you want a top-of-the-line gaming phone to pick up a Samsung S21 Ultra as opposed to an ASUS ROG phone. And yeah, it's nice. It looks cool, but even if you want to use it for other things other than gaming, it doesn't have as good cameras on it either. It doesn't have as good video capabilities. So there are a lot of different areas where the ROG phone really fails. This phone, if you want to pick it up, just has to be because you love ASUS, because you love the way it looks, you like the user interface, but it also lags behind in security patches as well. It's into April now. This phone launched in March, and it has a January 2021 security patch update on it. So I wouldn't expect a whole lot of updates, security or software-wise. And yeah, I mean, the user interface is nice. It's not clunky. It doesn't have any issues. It's not buggy. It's very well made. The S21 Ultra, like, basically beats it in every area. The only real areas that the Republic of Gaming phone beats it are it has 144 hertz instead of 120. It has the dual network capabilities, and it has some other built-in like actual game modes and stuff on it, which is fine. It's really good. It's fun for gaming. It looks cool. It's great being able to carry this around. I like the way that it looks. I like the LED lights that light up on the back. I like the price. It's a compelling phone until you realize that if you really want the ultimate gaming experience, you're going to be missing out in some areas, especially when it comes to higher frame rates on games until they get unlocked and basically are supported by developers. So maybe a few months down the road, the situation will improve. Maybe they'll hop on the bandwagon and try and make this the best phone that it can possibly be. But right now, since it just came out a few weeks ago, it is behind the power curve in a couple different areas. And it's frustrating. Like, I started playing my games on it, and I'm like, what? I can't max this out? And since thankfully I have another phone, like if you didn't have another phone to test it out on, like if you didn't have the S21 Ultra, you might think maybe there was something wrong with the phone. You might think that really it's not as good of a gaming phone as they say that it is, but then you realize it's just not optimized. So hopefully that'll get corrected. Hopefully they'll fix that moving forward. I'd really like to, because I really like this phone. Like, I enjoy using it. I like the haptic feedback. I like the screen. I like the speakers on this are beautiful. Like, the ones in the S21 Ultra are good, but the speakers in the ROG phone are like next level. I think they've got like 2 little amps in there for each one of the speakers, and it puts out such good, full and complete and detailed sound. Really good. So it's a very immersive experience, but it's not the best experience. And that's what you hope for when you get an ASUS Republic of Gaming phone. You think that it's going to be the best, and unfortunately it's not living up to that right now. So that's all I've got for this video, talking about the issues regarding the Republic of Gaming phone not being the best gaming phone on the market. But if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.